Headbutt the Dopple. Whisper prayer. What is it? What?
It's Cassidy!
It's Cassidy.
Chair!
Violet tail onto the steel chair. It's gonna happen.
Come on! 1, 2, 3!
All the noise. If you boys are so obsessed with me and this title, then why don't you just fight each other for the privilege?
Oh my god.
Christ.
Into the chest!
Has he got to do anything
Oh
in this
God.
match? Dopple's trying to find some balance, trying to fight through all that pain, trying to fight through the blood loss. Psycho driver.
Christ. You want my attention and did all of this for it? You have it. Now get out of here.
After that title anymore. It ain't nothing to me. Nothing more than a fucking trinket. I want you to feel the anguish that you put on me back in Scotland. At gates to hell, there's gonna be hell to pay.
Okay, look, Bhreezy, me and you have had so many run-ins over the years. Because me and you, Bhreezy, look, we've never seen eye to eye. I don't think we ever will. Because like your title winning prospects, your being a good guy bag is empty.
Anyway, so, yes, it will be you, Misty, and it will be you, Rich, one-on-one to decide the #1 contendership to my national title. One is all it takes!
No!
It's not gonna end like this!
No, it cannot. This is not right.
What the? That's 1! That's 2!
The Colt says at Gates to Hell, you are not going to have the Steel City Saints. You're not going to have anybody else. Only me.
I've got multiple names on this list I want to wrestle, like Tara, Rich, Dopple, Faywind, Cassidy, Jakob, Sterry.
Very clear that you are not worthy of a championship match. Talk about this, Steve. Oh my God. Steve, we can talk. Let's talk this out. Steve. Steve, come on. Fine, you can have your match.
The ball's in your court, Pookie Bear. I guess we'll see how this goes.
Just you do not plan on signing that contract.
I do not plan on having that match.
At Gates to Hell. I damn well know at this point you're gonna sign that contract, right?
I don't know what to say. Faywind stormed out, going right to Boston's office. We are here in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, and hell has frozen over. Welcome to the MWA Presents Gates to Hell. In our main event tonight, Steve will challenge Jakob Sterry for the World Championship. But right after that, we have an unsanctioned match, not affiliated by the MWC. We are not held responsible. Avery Burns and Faywind settle the score once and for all. But beyond all that, we are going to kick things off in a way we might have never kicked off a show before, because we are going to kick things off with triple threat action for the World Spotlight Championship.
It is a big show, Nook. It is great to be here in Canada, and I don't think there could have been a better way we could have started off this show with the triple threat match, the three-way dance for the World Spotlight Championship.
We're gonna kick things off with Shiff, the man who damn near killed Dopple last week, which I have not seen Dopple backstage all day before the show. I have no idea the condition of Dopple. I don't know if Dopple is gonna be okay today to wrestle.
I mean, did you see what happened last week, Nook? We were sitting at this desk. I mean, Shiff brought a saw blade into the ring, a moving saw blade, and hit that psycho driver onto it.
That's just the tip of the iceberg for all the things that happened to Dopple last week, and I guess we're about to find out the state that Dopple is in.
I mean, He's here.
Barely. Dopple can barely walk.
He's stumbling.
I've never seen Dopple limping to the ring like this.
You know, maybe you should have taken Dobby's advice and just rested and just not compete in this match. But I mean, you gotta admit it, Nook. I mean, this guy has heart. This guy has the courage to fight in this three-way dance, and he's gonna get through the match, whether win, lose, or draw.
Dopple right now, it looks like stuck trying to even get on top of the apron. Look at the scars that are covering Dopple's body. Just 7 days ago, Dopple was covered head to toe in his own blood. A dangerous amount of blood loss.
Huh?
Wait a second. Dressed in yellow with that yellow rose, symbolizing friendship, symbolizing jealousy. A perfect representation of everything that Cassidy is, and all the jealousy has eaten her up in her path to the World Spotlight Championship. The friendship she has burned to get this far. Tonight she walks in to her first defense after defeating these two people, stealing the championship from them last month over in Scotland in Dopple's hometown. Cassidy has a lot to live up to right now. Will Cassidy shine like the yellow sun? Or will the black hole sun devour her reign to an era of darkness? Maybe Dopple really does prevail. Maybe Dopple somehow overcomes the odds. I would be really happy to see that, but I don't know how likely it is.
Look, I gotta be honest with you, man. This is the most serious I've seen Cassidy in almost the entirety of her career that I've been calling at this desk. I mean, coming out to Soundgarden's Black Hole Sun with the Spotlight Championship, no emotion in her face as she goes up against two of the craziest sons of bitches in this entire company. I mean, Nook, this could go either way.
That's it's a bit of mind games towards Dopple at the same time. We talked about the jealousy and friendship mix that the yellow attire symbolizes, but Black Hole Sun, that's an old school developmental pay-per-view. If we were around for Ascension, that's one of the first shows where Dopple had one of his first major matches. I think Cassidy might be suggesting that this is Dopple's last major match, because I don't know if Dopple can make it through.
I mean, no, look at the state of him. He looks out of it.
Think about the state of these two's relationship with each other. People that came up in the business as close friends, and it's all fallen apart. And all of a sudden, Terror is the one caught between them. Terror is the one trying to play peacemaker, no pun intended. But right now, it looks like they might have to team together a little bit to overcome Shiff. But Shiff somehow managing to get both of them backed off with these strikes.
Headbutt!
Dopple throws it all over with a headbutt.
And a bicycle kick.
These two are teaming together. These two are working together to put down Shiff.
I mean, they're working together to put down the monster that has become Shift, the hardcore prophet. I mean, no, I still can't believe this guy went from being in the Minecraft baseball league all the way to where he is now as the hardcore prophet, an absolute monster, the most disgusting, sick individual in this entire company's history.
Cassidy now throwing Dopple off. Dopple throwing those penalty kicks to Shiff. Cassidy pushes him away and throws some kicks of her own.
Can't team for too long, Nuck. These two are going to go at it eventually. Shiff is on his feet. And now taking him down with a lariat.
Shiff now somehow moved to the outside. But Cassidy staring a hole through Dopple, grabbing him for the roll-up. But Dopple, with all the strength he's got left after nearly dying last week, not letting the roll-up happen. And an elbow thrown to Cassidy that knocks her back across the ring. Dopple is faring a lot better than I thought he would have.
No, he absolutely is. I mean, Nuck, look at the muscles on Dopple. I mean, he's still got that incredible upper body strength, but... Oh, wait a minute. Is that a... Oh my god!
Is that chair
That's a barbed wire chair!
Yeah,
yes,
that
it
chair's
is!
covered in barbed wire.
And it just went across the skull of Cassidy!
Which now that Shiv is the one dealing out the damage, there's another caveat of this match that we're going to have to point out. The elephant in the room, so to speak. Just a couple weeks ago, Shiv put the money down to break Jakob Cage out of prison and has adopted him as a henchman almost. We saw Jakob Cage go after Alikku, and he's going to be in action later tonight to challenge for the television championship. But you cannot count him out of this match. I don't know what to expect between Jakob Cage and Shiff. If one of these two is going to help the other. But if we're going to find out if Jacob's going to help Shiff, it's going to happen right now in this opening contest.
Well, Shiff diving over! Fosbury flop!
Huge Fosbury flop. Shiff got air in a way that I've never seen Shiff get air. My God.
Is that the first time he's hit that? I've never seen Shiff go that high.
Impressive action from the former baseball prodigy turned sick maniac. Dopple and Cassidy both laid out on the outside champion, and former champion, the challenger Shiff, has not held a title in the MWC since he lost that television championship all the way back to Tara at Locked Away.
Do you see what Shiff has in his hands right now?
Yeah,
That's a Kenzen!
Smashing that Kenzen plate into Doppel's head. And now that plate is stuck in Doppel's head. Look at that. That's disgusting.
Oh my god! Into the head of Dopple. Oh my god.
And now a gusset plate to Cassidy.
Oh no!
Just sharp object after sharp object. Shift. Maybe the most dangerous person in Minecraft wrestling. Cassidy is gushing blood.
She is gushing. And look at Dopple as well. Dopple is also bleeding. And now just... Oh my god, over and over again.
Smashing their skulls into each other. That Kenzen plate still stuck in Doppel's head. Every headbutt forced onto Dopple drives that plate deeper into the skin and digs up more and more blood. And
I mean...
Shiff now grabbing that same syringe that last week went through Doppel's skin.
Not again, not again. I mean, it is no disqualification.
The same syringe that Shiff used to draw blood from Dopple before he drank it for himself.
Oh my god, no!
And Dopple getting stabbed with a syringe for the second week in a row. Doppel's trying to force the syringe out, but Shiv has gotten blood out. Shiv just drew blood from Dopple.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Shiv with an ultimate show of control over the bodies of these two competitors. Throwing shots at Cassidy, but he's still got that syringe. What is he gonna do with this blood? No, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. Squirting Doppel's blood, forcing Cassidy to drink Doppel's blood. I can't look at this. Oh God.
Fuck.
Cassidy managing to fight the syringe away. Shiv tried to draw blood from Cassidy, but Cassidy gets the syringe out. But Shiv manages to control, gets blood, and I'm turning away because I think he's about to do the same thing.
No.
I think Dopple is about to drink Cassidy's blood. I'm not looking.
I'm not looking. I refuse to look. I am turned in my seat. I'm refusing to look at this.
Looking strictly at my monitor, not looking up. I see Cassidy's in the ring. Shiv has followed.
Thank God.
Cassidy. Kick to the leg. Kick to the head, knocking down Shiv. Cassidy. That taste of blood might have awakened something in her because she is kicking non-stop roundhouse kicks, Chuck Norris style, trying to take the head off of Shiv.
Trying to neutralize the threat, but no, Shiff responds with a headbutt.
A stiff headbutt, but Cassidy bouncing off the rope.
Pendulum, on your knees!
Shiv catches the gut kick. Takes the momentum away from Cassidy. Pump handle slam. Looking for it.
Psycho driver! Fuck your life!
But Dopple, insurance claim. Dopple somehow makes through with the insurance claim. Knocks out Shiv. Dopple, you gotta make that pin. New champion. Dopple's gonna get the title back. New world champion. No! Out. Shiv kicks out.
Reminder that Cassidy does not have to be pinned to lose her championship, but she might want to kick out.
Cassidy surviving. As we see Dopple visibly frustrated. And like we've said over and over, Dopple is coming into this match hurt. Dopple limps his way down to the ring.
Tilt-a-whirl slam. Onto the hardcore profit.
Shiff escapes out of the ring. Dopple looking to follow. Looking to get some revenge on the man who has ruined Dopple's life ever since August, ever since Heatwave. Jumping for the lariat, but Shiff grabs. Dopple lands on his feet, and Shiff grabs for a headlock.
What the hell? The scissors!
Shiff is gonna stab Dopple.
He's gonna carve him up! We're close to Halloween, he's gonna carve him up like a pumpkin!
Remember all the way back to May of this year when when Slickbait wrestled Dopple after turning on Smile, and the first thing that Slick did to his old friend was stab him in the back. Literally. Dopple is no stranger to this type of match and this type of pain as Dopple is running. Dopple is fleeing up to the stage.
They're on the stage now! And the referee following them both! What?
Where are they going?
The Doppel's climbing up the stage! And there's Shiff following right behind! Cassidy's still on the ground, still on the stage, but not climbing the props like these two men.
These two are acrobats. This is insane. How are they up on the stage?
Oh my god!
The crystal that Terra passed Dopple just the other day when Dopple was in the hospital. Terra thought it was for healing powers, but Dopple using it, that hard rock, to bash into Shift's head and knock him off the stage.
Shiff just fell off the entrance prop on the stage and he collided. He crashed down onto the stage.
But look, Dopple climbing higher and higher. Dopple's got to be 50 feet in the air right now. That distance, that height is deadly. Someone's going to get hurt bad. Someone's going to get hurt really bad. There's Cassidy and Shiff trading strikes on the stage. Shiff goes flying off the stage.
Oh my god! And now, running back up!
Trading strikes. Dopple still sitting on the top of the stage. Watching.
Wait a minute! There's Jacob Cage!
Jacob Cage? What? I
Jacob
told you.
Cage is here!
F you, Bomber to Cassidy. Cassidy's taken out. Shift's
Jacob's
getting close.
climbing at record
Jacob
speed!
Cage chase after Dopple. Dopple just waiting on the top of the stage. Gut kick from Jacob Cage.
What? Huh? Huh? Huh?
Jacob Cage is gonna kill himself.
Oh my god!
Jacob, what? Mother effing bomb! Mother effing bomb from the top of the stage.
Jesus Christ! What are we seeing?
Shiff picking up Jacob Cage. Grabbing a hold of Cassidy. Dragging Cassidy to the ring now.
Shift's about to become the Spotlight Champion!
Throwing Cassidy into the barricade. Jacob Cage drags Dopple to the ring now.
It's over!
Shiff and
It's
Jacob Cage
all...
with an embrace. Jacob Cage has fully bought in to Shift's nonsense. He is a follower of the Hardcore Prophet. That much is clear.
It's all over, Nuck. Shiff is about to become your World Spotlight Champion. That is the reality that is going to... Wait! Wait! Bounce! But wait, Dopple, look behind you! Look behind you! Aneurysm!
Pinfall.
Cover! 1, 2, 3!
And Cassidy retains. Cassidy somehow survives. Cassidy telling Dopple, I loved you, but I loved this more. Cassidy clearly willing to do anything, to give up anything for this championship.
Still your World Spotlight Champion. the allure. Cassidy. What a match. If you can even call this one a match, Nook.
This one was not pretty. Next up, we're gonna see Bhreezy take on Dobby. That match is up next. Now, we welcome the second in command of the Steel City Saints, backed by almost the whole squad. I don't see any Raging Rich, and I can't imagine he has any interest in being here.
Well,
Bhreezy walking in to his home country. We're out here in Ottawa, and there's Raging Rich. We've seen tensions rise to the SCS and Smile over the last couple of weeks. We've seen the Toronto Blue Jays make it into the World Series. Will Bhreezy bring another trophy home for Canada tonight? We're about to find out if the SCS can get the job done.
here comes Dobby, followed by Tara.
Tara, dressed for Halloween. I guess that is right around the corner. I forgot about Halloween. I guess taking Dobby's theme song a little bit too literally. We've seen the mental torment that she's gone through over the last couple days. Everything surrounding her friends. And she just had to watch two of her friends damn near kill each other in our opening matchup for the World Spotlight Championship.
I mean, very high tension across almost every match on the card tonight, Nook. I mean, this match is going to be no different. I mean, you talked about earlier Bhreezy bringing home another trophy for Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. I mean, if he could have his way, then he's going to bring home the head of Dobby.
Dobby and Bhreezy stand off from each other. So the bell has rung. Here we go.
Tizona!
Dobby avoids the Tizona.
Oh, wait a minute, jackknife pin? One! Oh no, head scissors.
Bhreezy.
Now just wrenching
Dobby
onto the naked Dobby. And now,
getting up to his knees, going face to face with Bhreezy. Getting into a cover, pinfall one. Bhreezy not wasting any time to kick out.
very fast start to this match is now Dobby swinging at Bhreezy. He ducks, chop block to the leg. Bhreezy looking for the Bomaye knee strike. Dobby able to duck under. Now scouting out Bhreezy as Bhreezy trying to shoot for it again. Dobby again able to duck. Lariat taking his head off. Bhreezy having no choice but to roll out and go to his SCS comrades. There you see Misty. You'll see her later tonight in action against Jonathan Colt for the national championship. But Dobby right now looking to dive on all four of them. Here we go. Don't big Danilo. Taking out the SCX. If you exclude Rich from that equation. And Tara cheering on her friend from the outside is now Dobby. trying to dap up Rich, but Rich is unable to. But, you know, deep down in the heart of Rich, he is rooting for Dobby to win this one. As Dobby now. Scissor sweep from Bhreezy. Now going back on offense with this knee bar, just wrenching at the leg, but no, Dobby able to kick free. Super kick! Takes the head off of Bhreezy. Now dragging near the ropes is Dobby. Dobby getting Bhreezy out on the ropes. Looking to deal some more punishment. Springboard, perhaps a double foot stomp, but no, Dobby being shoved onto the apron as Bhreezy now trying to take control, grabbing the head of Dobby, gonna do some more offense and damage as now being, oh, wait a minute, tried to throw him into the ring post, but now Dobby fighting back with these elbows. Now hooking the head.
Dobby looking
Deadlift.
for a suplex on the outside.
Oh my
Hard
god!
suplex. Drops Bhreezy on the apron. I wasn't expecting that. The hardest part of the ring, and Bhreezy eats it all face first.
Kick to the jaw. Dobby dealing some dangerous offense here as now with that pump kick. Not a second wasted by the last Bastion. Knee strike. Wait a minute. Oh my god. Flapjack onto the ring post.
Bhreezy now calling up for the support of the crowd here in Canada. But even though he's in his hometown, people are not interested in him and what he's done as a member of the SCS. He is not getting any support. He is not getting any love, and neither is anybody in the Steel City Saints.
No, absolutely not. Bhreezy lifting up Dobby. Oh my god, Shinbreaker. Ball! Back suplex.
Bhreezy now throwing Dobby in the ring. Looking to
Follow-up
get a quick cover.
One, two.
No.
Check out. And now just going back at the ankle. Stretch muffler. And Nuck, I have to mention every time Bhreezy wrestles, but Bhreezy might be the greatest technical wrestler in the history of Minecraft wrestling. But now Dobby trying to disprove that with those downward kicks right to the neck.
It's either Bhreezy, JD Stevens, or ECE. That's my top 3 technical wrestlers of all time.
Amazing list, but Dobby rushing at Bhreezy. Basement drop
kick. Bhreezy grabbing for a waistlock and a release German.
But wait a minute, Dobby rolling to his feet. High boot.
Dobby. Pendulum going for a lariat.
Jawbreaker.
Bhreezy grabs the arm.
Oh, wait a minute. Bachelor's kiss.
Doesn't connect it. Tiger feint.
Oh, but wait a minute. That knee. Bhreezy has targeted that knee throughout this entire match, and it's going to cost Dobby. Just giving out at the worst possible moment. Taizona! Cover! 1, 2!
Dobby kicks out.
Somehow, in some way, the last Bastion is still alive. The former world champion popping his shoulder up at 2. He will not give up this match, no matter what.
John Taizone rolling in his grave, seeing Dobby kick out of that move. Bhreezy grabbing Dobby again, throwing him to the outside of the ring, throwing him to the wolf, so to speak. He is now surrounded on the outside, sitting on that apron with every member of the Steel City Saints around him.
Oh, wait a minute. Ontario Sunrise?
We haven't seen that. When's the last time Bhreezy hit the Ontario Sunrise?
Not now! Air raid crash!
My God.
Back first onto the apron. Both men crashing down onto the outside mat. But wait a minute, look at Visconti is being distracted by Misty.
Misty on the other side of the ring. Trying to distract as Saints stands Raging Ridge over Dobby.
Tara grabbing Dobby up to her feet, telling him, you gotta put them away. You gotta cut his head off.
Steel City Saints screaming at each other right now. And nobody made the strike. Saints just throwing.
Dobby back
just
inside.
Back into the ring. Rich had no interest in helping the Steel City Saints there.
Bhreezy running at Dobby. Dobby ducks.
Elbow smash by Dobby.
And a headbutt.
The same headbutt that Dopple used as a Hail Mary in our first match of the night. Dobby
Tucking the head.
looking to set up for something big to Bhreezy right now.
Blessing in the skies. Dobby can hit it.
And DMK. Now DMK's yelling for the referee.
Oh, come on.
Goofy ass haircut. What is he talking about? This guy's wearing a hat. Come on. And yet again, the referee being distracted as Saints is yelling for Rich to help Bhreezy. And Saints just put his hands on Rich. Saints just smacked Rich on the outside. Yelling at him to get in the ring and do something for this match, to do something for Bhreezy.
This is pandemonium on the outside.
As Visconti is trying to fix up the turnbuckle pad on the other side of the ring. Rich and Dobby facing off. No!
Rage engage!
Rich has done it. Rich has bought into the Steel City Saints. Dobby just got knocked out cold. Bhreezy grabs him.
Truck driver!
That's it.
Count to 100. Count along 1, 2, 3.
That was ridiculous. And after weeks of getting bullied around by the Steel City Saints, after being forced into the group, looks like Rich might be starting to bend the knee a little bit. Wait, what's Rich? Rich going to the ref trying to confess, but Rich, man, it's too late. You've done this before. Just like months ago when he cost Jimmy Sins that World Championship. And then told Jimmy he was sorry and he regrets it afterwards. Sorry doesn't cut it sometimes, Rich.
No, absolutely not. I mean, he's now embraced being a Steel City Saint.
I think Dark Ari is a little more real than anyone is willing to expect. Lost hero. Lost. None of these people care. Steel City Saints in unity. And later tonight, Misty walks back out to this ring to challenge Jonathan Colt for that national championship. We'll see that later tonight. But next up, we got television championship action. It's Jakob Cage fresh off of throwing Dopple off the top of that entrance set. Takes on Hironaka, who takes on Alikku, who takes on our television champion, Adam. That's coming up next, folks. And here comes our television champion.
There he is! The man of the moment, the bestseller, Adam!
Adam has a whole laundry list of rules for the championship. He's made a habit of being the first person to enter in these matches because he loves to get on that stick and blabble. I really hope he skips that part of the show tonight. But of course, everybody in this match has been tested for rabies. They've been breathalyzed just moments ago. They are prohibited from hitting any springboards throughout this match. Are there any rules I'm forgetting?
I think you got them all, but for good reason, Nook. I mean, we know that Jakob Cage is an alcoholic. We know that Alikku likes his little springboards. And we know this guy likes to smoke a pack of cigarettes.
He's lucky you can still smoke. Oh, here we go. The Mad Dog of Sakai, as he's begun to call himself. Here we go. He looks happy to beat some sense into Adam. Holding that crowbar high. You see him. Who can fly in that snakeskin jacket? That texture that he's made so iconic. Hironaka, of course, looking to win back his television championship after last month, getting it practically stolen by Adam via the help of Vox. Well, tonight, I guess anything could happen, but Vox right now is nowhere to be seen with that bald, shiny head of his.
Bald is beautiful, Nook, but, you know, I don't understand why Hironaka got himself this match. He said the belt was a trinket last week. He doesn't care about the belt anymore.
Listen, Hironaka might be happy to have had his time as champion, but any way he can get his hands on Adam, I don't think he's going to skip it. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Daddy is home.
There he is!
Tripped out, looking fly as fuck. Crip walk into the ring. Here comes Alikku. No, God damn it.
Oh my God! Jakob Cage!
Jakob Cage bashing Alikku with that steel chair. He just took him off the stage.
Dragging him.
Oh my God! Look at Alikku on that Titantron. That's a nice picture of Alikku that he's got up there. But nonetheless, Alikku has been brought into the ring in this match. I don't know, is the referee going to be able to start it like this?
Might have to. Yeah, there it is. Hironaka already with poetry in motion to Adam. And now monkey flip. Senton bomb. Oh my God. Hironaka. Looking for another poetry in motion. Pop-up powerbomb from Jacob Cage. Oh, wait a minute.
Going on in the ring right now. Alikku going for a Shining Wizard. Looks like fell flat on his face. Pinfall. Alikku kicks out. Adam kicks out.
Hironaka kicks out too. Everybody kicked out.
Nobody interested in letting the match go just a minute long. Hironaka thrown out of the ring. Jacob Cage standing over the champion, throwing him out of the ring, and he's just looking to get his hands on Alikku.
And now just some forearms to the pimp daddy of the MWA.
Of course, beyond all of Adam's special rules, no springboards, drug testing, all that shit. There's also 2 unique rules for tonight. Due to the increased amount of participants tonight, this is our first ever 4-way dance television title match. Because of that, there is an extended 15-minute time limit. And for eliminations, if you are pinned, you are out of here, but the match goes on. The last person standing out of these 4 is your television champion. Whether Adam somehow retains, whether Jacob Cage pulls through, whether Alikku brings back and finishes his story, or whether Hironaka is able to put Adam in the dirt, just like he's here to do. Jacob with a German suplex.
And another!
Jacob not letting go, keeping the suplex locked in. And there we go, a big German suplex throws him across the ring.
Good lord! Trying to go for one more, but Alikku lands on his feet.
Alikku runs through with a drop kick. You know,
Right
Alikku is agile. Famously known back in the day as Era Alikku. You don't become a television champion. You don't become a world champion without being able to fly and move around the ring as fast as Alikku can. Stun Dog Millionaire to boot. Countering that Death Valley driver, and he backs himself in the corner. This guy is the best. Look at that super kick. That's the super kick that he used to hit coming out of that worm dance that he used to do. But now he's got even better moves in his arsenal. He won the world championship just a couple months ago with the worm.
He's going to. Wait, hold on. He's going to the top rope. Is this legal? Wait. Odessa overdose. That's a. Wait, but he's hooking the leg. 1, 2, kick out. Is that legal?
I mean, he didn't springboard. He didn't bounce off the ropes. What a move that was. The Odessa overdose. That's beautiful. We're in the colors of Odessa, Ukraine. So he throws out another super kick, and now he's got the worm. He's pulling his hard worm out of his pants, and he's going to wrap it on his arm. He's going to make somebody taste his worm. There's springboard phenomenon. No, Alikku, no!
Hey, disqualify him!
No, he's going for the pin. He's going for the pin. He could count to 100. But the referee doesn't realize it. The referee counts to 3. Alikku thinks Adam is out.
Is he out? Referee, what's the discretion on this?
The referee. The referee getting a call from the back. Who gave Fox a microphone and told him to talk to the referee? But in the back, they're saying it's a disqualification.
Yes!
No!
Yes!
No, what the hell?
You idiot!
Who stopped the timer?
Don't worry about who stopped any timers! Because Alikku was out of here, he's eliminated! Taking the walk of shame to the back. Look at him now. He's walking up the he's walking up the ramp. What a bum! See, you're laughing as well.
Adam was pinned for the 3. Someone's got to just get in there and pin Adam and get him out of this match. Hironaka jumping on Jacob Cage and poking him in the eyes. Trying to rake into the eyes, but Jacob Cage counters.
Gorilla press.
Gorilla press. That big fat Jacob Cage is still strong as ever. The same gorilla press that got Dopple earlier tonight sends him down.
Oh, here we go, Nuck. Big meanie mid slapping me.
These two have a combined weight of, I believe, you could quote me if I'm wrong, but I believe the combined weight is over 1,000 pounds because these two have so much weight on them. These two are two of the fattest people in the MWC. As Hironaka
Oh, wait a minute.
comes out of nowhere.
Rolling up Jacob.
Roll up. Hironaka holds it. Adam holds the feet down, and Jacob Cage gets taken out of this match. I don't know how deep we are into the match. I don't know how far we are from the timer because somebody turned up the timer and fucked everything up. But I'm going to say we're about 5 minutes deep into this match.
7 minutes apparently from crowd member Bhreezy. But it doesn't matter. Adam is going to walk out with the win anyway.
Hironaka getting exactly what he wanted, face to face with Adam, saying, "You stole everything from me." Roundhouse kick, knocking him in the face. Leg sweep, knocking Adam down. We're about halfway through the 15-minute timer. Cartwheel knee drop. Hironaka going for the pin. 1. Adam kicks out.
At 1.
No time wasted.
Not enough damage done to the television champion, Nuck.
Man, if someone only got in there and pinned Adam after that nominal worm arm, then Hironaka would be your new television champion.
It was the phenomenal foreworm.
Atomic drop. Adam bouncing off the ropes. Gonna follow through. Or no. Invert atomic drop. Hironaka counters whatever Adam was going for off the ropes.
The Manhattan drops straight onto the knee, and we're already out of the Manhattan sitter. Tsutomu Hironaka running off the ropes. Tilt-a-whirl. Oh my god.
Face buster. Huge move from Adam onto Hironaka as the champion takes control.
That was beautiful, Nuck.
Adam faring a lot better than I expected, and a hell of a lot better than I hoped.
Going for the spear, but Adam.
Hironaka rolls away from the spear as Adam
stuck.
gets his fat body hung over the ropes. That tub of lard. And Hironaka seeing Adam stuck, draped over the ropes, his fat gut stuck between the ropes.
Oh, wait a minute. He's running.
He's running up around the ring. What's he going for?
Yakuza kick!
With all the power around the ring, the Hironaka Express has arrived in the station. And Adam is knocked down, back out of the ropes, and back down to his back.
Oh, he's saying play the hits. Up top.
Hironaka up to the top. He's got the horns in the air. I think this is it. I think he's about to win back his television championship. Moonsault press. Cover. Deep cover. Referee can count to 100.
Kick out from Adam. Adam kicked out from the moonsault.
How?
Did you see that?
How? He's fat as shit. He sucks. He can't win a match to save his life. How did he kick out of the moonsault?
Wait a minute! What are you talking about? He beat Mud Dog twice!
He's a bum. Adam is a bum.
You shut up. He's not no goddamn bum. The bum right there is Hironaka. He's a weapon.
No, this can't be right. There's got to be wires rigged from the top of the arena to keep his shoulder up and to keep him from getting pinned. That's the only explanation, because I cannot believe in a million years that Adam has the strength and the fortitude to kick out of that moonsault. That picture
You're
perfect
crazy.
moonsaults. As Hironaka's got the crowbar in hand, but he's got to make sure he doesn't get disqualified.
We have 2
unless he
minutes
will-
left in this match.
I mean, if Hironaka's willing to throw everything away and to beat Adam to a pulp, I'm not gonna complain. But he might cost himself the television championship right now if he doesn't put that crowbar away.
Less than 2 minutes on the clock left. As
Hironaka-
now Hironaka. Oh, wait a minute.
Second guessing himself, throwing away the crowbar. Reaching into his pocket. What is he doing?
What?
What's he doing? What is
That's a
he just pulled the knife?
That's a dagger!
What? He just pulled the knife on Adam. Hironaka just pulled the knife. What is he doing?
Get the cops!
He's gonna
Arrest
gut Adam.
him!
Somebody get him out of here. What the hell? Adam
Yes!
running across the ring, dodging the knife. We got about 3 minutes left in this match. So somebody's about to get arrested.
Slipper
Hironaka.
hold!
Grabbing a sleeper hold, knife to the throat.
Someone's gonna stop this! Oh my god!
Oh my god. Hironaka just slid Adam open. How is he not getting disqualified?
That's a fatal four-way. The no disqualification rules still apply. Is Adam gonna bleed out and die?
How is the referee not calling this?
Wait! That's a DQ, I guess.
The referee calling disqualification, but Hironaka does not care. Hironaka slicing him with the dagger. I mean, Adam, he keeps the belt, but Hironaka does not care. Hironaka is not here to win the gold. He is here to put damage into Adam.
Visconti's out of here. He's running away from the scenery on this crime scene.
I was about to ask, why is this match sanctioned? But this isn't the match. This is Hironaka's going rogue. Hironaka doesn't care about the match. He needs to enact his revenge. That's very clear right now.
Wait,
That's the
that's
book,
a jerry can.
and that's gasoline. This match is over, folks. Hironaka has nothing to gain by doing this. He is just here to show revenge on Adam. And what do you do to hurt the man who only cares about himself? You burn his biggest accomplishment. Hironaka covering man of the moment in gasoline.
Oh my god!
He's got a lighter in hand. Adam's gonna have to run out of the way or else he gets burned with it. Adam. Hironaka says, this is what I think of you and your personal history. He's trying to get rid of the lighter.
Oh
He's
my
trying
God!
to dodge it. But the book is on fire.
It's on fire! Oh my god! Get the fire extinguishers! Get the firemen! Downtown! Get them out here! Where are they?
This is a sight to see right now. Hironaka says, F all of your rules. The book is in flames. He lights a cigarette on the fire.
Get the boys in blue! Cuff this man! He has committed murder on a book!
As we hear the theme song of the winner of this match, where this might be the worst day of his life. Hironaka puffing back a cigarette, the best cigarette of his life, with the smoke of Adam's book, as as Adam does everything he can to protect the book, and he just has to give it up. Man of the moment is in flames. Adam still has a television championship, but his ego has been damaged. For Adam, that's all he really has. Next up, for the national championship, Jonathan Colt defends against Misty of the Steel City Saints. We saw the Steel City Saints drag Raging Rich, kicking and screaming over to the dark side. And we saw him make the final blow to give Bhreezy the victory over Dobby. But I don't see Bhreezy, I don't see Saints, I don't see DMK, and I certainly don't see Raging Rich. Misty walked into the fight of her life tonight. Just last month, Steve held Misty's arm up in the air and said that she was the future of Minecraft wrestling if she could just break away from the Steel City Saints. Well, tonight she walks in alone, and it's her moment to prove if Steve is right. It's her moment to prove
Walking in alone.
if she is any
Try to win
better.
the first time.
If she's any better than the people she chooses to surround herself with. Any better than the cheaters and the thieves. We're about to find out.
A new look for Misty coming out here tonight. But this guy, I don't even think there's words to describe the aura, the presence, the pure epicness that is Jonathan Colt as he walks out to defend his national title once again.
We've seen a lot of people walking out tonight with fancy designs in the Titantrons. I spoke to Jonathan Colt earlier tonight. He told me he wasn't concerned with any pretty pictures. He wasn't concerned with painting any pretty colors on the walls. He's concerned with one thing, and that's wrestling in a wrestling ring, getting the job done. One is all it takes. Colt 45 and retaining his championship. That's what he's focused on tonight. And if Jonathan Colt could beat Koloki, conquer the Beast last month at Breakout, then I gotta be honest, I'm talking about how much this means for Misty, but there's not a doubt in my mind that Jonathan Colt is one of the best pound for pound wrestlers, and if Misty is able to beat Jonathan Colt tonight, she's gonna have to move mountains.
I think, one thing we've seen from Misty is she always tries to come into big money matches like this with some sort of game plan, some target, some tangible thing that she tries to do to win contests. I wonder what her game plan is going into this match against such a big man in Jonathan Colt.
I mean, not only is Jonathan Colt bigger than Misty, not only is he stronger, not only does he have more experience in ring, more championships under his belt, a hell of a lot more matches. I mean, Colt bests Misty in every way, except that Misty is unpredictable. Misty has come up from under and gotten victories over some major players in her short time here on the roster. And Jonathan Colt, like I've been saying, when she beat Avery, once is a fluke. When she beat Dobby, 2 times a coincidence. If she can beat Colt tonight and win that national championship, then Misty is just the future. And oh my God! What?
Jimmy!
Colt swinging Misty across the ring.
Oh,
Misty.
we were talking about how Misty might have a strategy. She tried to pick an arm very similar to she tried to do in the match with Avery. That did not work. Immediately caught. Again, trying to go for the arm, but no.
Misty going for all the things that's gotten her ahead. That bad end into the arm. Targeting that arm is how she put away Dobby all those months ago after Extreme Chaos.
Indeed. Somewhat of her calling card. Trying to use her speed now, but gets caught in midair.
Colt going
She's
for
trying
another
to
Evan
throw
bomb.
her outside the ring. Misty avoids disaster. Has to go
And it
outside
happens.
anyway, not nearly as bad.
Misty flying to the outside, and Colt, big man dive, tope.
Oh my god!
God, Colt's a big man full of muscle, but with that force, with that momentum running towards you, that's like getting hit in the head with a ton of bricks.
Shades of Mike, fucking awesome. Taking a hold out of the wrist.
Colt,
Big
they're gonna
backdrop,
throw
no.
Misty up for a backdrop, but Misty stays grounded, trying to get an arm bar. But Colt throws her across the ring again. Misty is not wasting. I mean, I don't think she thinks she is, but she's trying for anything. It's not working. German Goldplex across the ring.
Oh, but Misty! Fighting spirit back to her feet!
Misty really trying anything. She's trying to find a strategy that sticks, but head and arm Goldplex. I mean, anything that she throws at Jonathan Colt, he just counters.
And now these forearm clubs over and over. Jamming them right into the temple of Misty. Oh, Misty now.
Misty
Gotta
gouged out the eyes of Colt. I guess that's the difference maker. That's what gets her the momentum. I mean, like I asked before, is she better than the people that she keeps company with? I guess not. If she's resorting to those cheats in order to get ahead, pay the kick to Colt, and finally the Giant is forced to step back. Misty bounced off the ropes. Colt 45 off the bat. 3 minutes in, one is all it takes. Misty's about to get put away for good, and no, she's throwing the headbutts. Misty somehow gets out of the Colt 45 position. Yakuza kick off the ropes.
But Colt's still on his feet. Oh, jeez. Just a barrage of kicks now in the ropes.
Holding that foot up high and bashing it into Colt's head. Going off the ropes. But Colt
trying to swing the...
runs through. No, neck breaker for Misty. There is an incredible momentum that we've seen in this match from both competitors. Not a second wasted. The action has been non-stop. We are just 4 minutes in. Let that sink in, because these two have run a mile already.
Misty might get a submission here. To pass out Colt would be insane. Or maybe not. Colt now staggering to his feet. Oh, using all of his body weight in the corner. Misty still hanging on, though. Hanging on for dear life.
Misty
trying to take down the tree.
Misty's gonna get hit with something bad in order to let go of this grip over Colt. And no, they both fly over the apron.
Out of the ring. Misty seemed to have taken less of a brunt there, trying to hang on to the ropes. Don't think she took it nearly as bad. Indeed, she did not. Big PK right to the head.
You saw Colt dazed, trying to find his footing. The second he stabilizes, he gets kicked right in the head. Springboard.
Misty!
But oh my god.
Mother
bomb.
Ring.
Throwing her into the ring. Throwback to their match at Heatwave, that 4-way for the national championship. Colt, Steve, Koloki, Misty, they were playing catch with Misty. That's how big these men are. That's how big Jonathan Colt is. They were playing catch with each other and using Misty as the ball, throwing Misty into the ring like it is nothing. Misty is fighting an uphill battle tonight. If she doesn't have the SCS behind her, if she can't cheat the way that Bhreezy did, the way that they did last week to get this match, then I don't know how she's going to pull through.
Colt, crouched up on the top rope, but now Misty trying to take advantage.
Misty
Can she
saying,
lift up the big man?
saying, I don't care how big you are. She's going to go for that suplex, whether she can do it or not. And it looks like she cannot pull it off as Colt throws those elbows.
Precarious position up on the top rope here. Colt now! Clothesline from hell! What? Misty lands on her feet! Bad ending!
What?
Colt bounces back off the ropes!
Colt bounces off.
They're going on the
Elbow.
ropes!
Smashing, strike, and Misty bicycle kick.
Kick!
Neither one is going down. Neither one is getting an inch off of the
Side
other.
slam!
It's a miracle that Colt was able to find the advantage of that.
Colt now taking Misty up, hooking her up as well. Trying to just slam her on her damn head, but Misty slips out. Kick to the gut.
Code Red.
Code Red. No! Catches her up. Alabama slam.
We saw Misty going for that Code Red, almost trying to use her small stature to her advantage. But you gotta
Rolls
remember, if you're
through
small,
into a jackknife. Axe guillotine driver.
if you're small and Colt is the big man that he is, he will just pick you up off his back and throw you across the ring. Misty, with her foot under the rope, lucks out of losing this match.
Misty was unable to kick out of that move at XC, but able to find a way out of it here. Different opponent that night, of course. Tried a big roundhouse right to the head and a leaping forearm. One thing that Misty does have over Colt that we have not mentioned is her speed advantage. It's something we probably should have mentioned. Trying to toss Colt out. He tries to skin the cat. But Misty now diving up and thrown back with that big slingshot shoulder tackle.
We saw Misty's scorpions right there getting hit with that shoulder tackle and flailing backwards. As Colt staring right into the camera. I think it's time. I think he's getting ready to put an end to this match, to put an end to Misty's hopes. One is all it takes. The crowd is up. They're on fire here in Canada. Up for the Colt 45. Ready to slam Misty to the ground, but she gets out. How did she get out of it? Bad ending. A miracle.
I think I saw a tooth fly out of Colt's mouth. Pendulum's back, trying to hold on. Caught with another bad ending.
Colt down to a knee. Colt,
Could
two
we
bad
see
endings.
a new national champion?
I need to stress this. We are 10 minutes into this match. Two bad endings, two super kicks to the head, and Colt is down to a knee. Misty will have to drive a stake through Colt's heart to win the championship tonight. Colt is the biggest, baddest motherfucker on the roster. Morning Star from Misty.
Take is a Morning Star. Throws the arm over. 1, 2, 3.
Misty does it.
New national heavyweight champion, and she damn well had to beat a heavyweight to get it.
Over 100 days, the longest reigning national champion of the modern era. He took Koloki to his limit in one of the greatest matches of all time. And Misty, somehow, on her own, is able to dethrone the champion. Our newest incarnation of the Steel City Saints sees their first piece of gold, and
It's
Saints
immediately
out
out
to
there.
celebrate.
A new era of the SCS. Ladies and gentlemen, what you are looking at right here and right now is the future of Minecraft wrestling.
Saints Gotta be proud right now. The SCS went 2-0 tonight here at Gates to Hell. Although one of those wins was significantly more honorable than the other. Colt walks back with his head down. That can't be a good feeling. But he cannot be too mad at himself. One of the greatest, if not the greatest national champion we've ever seen.
Ladies and gentlemen, next up will be your world title match. Jakob Sterry defends against Steve. Stay tuned for that.
Our sanctioned main event is up next. Chaos 3. A young Superman Steve buys a ticket and sits front row to watch Memorize defeat Rock to the MXW Championship. Steve later that year enters developmental with his brother. They main evented Execution 2019, headlined the last ever MXW event. Steve brought that all the way to last year when at Locked Away he defeated Omega for the right to challenge Milky for the main event of Extreme Chaos. Took Steve City to the main event, won the World Championship for the first time in his illustrious career. And within 5 minutes, the dream was crushed by Taco, Olds, and the Pandora's Box. Steve has struggled for the last year and a half to reclaim former glory. The start of this year, he promised to the world that at the end of his current contract that expires December 31st, 2025, he would hang up the boots and retire for good. We are here, October 25th. There are 2 months left of the career of one of the greatest to ever do it. And if Steve can't get it done tonight and become world champion for more than 5 minutes, then I don't know if he'll ever get to see that belt again.
Absolutely big implications in this match, Knock. The Superman.
Think about the way Steve lost that championship. It parallels perfectly to how this man got in his position of power. A year and a half ago, a little while before Steve won his world championship, Jakob Sterry unclaimed the Golden Opportunity briefcase in what was at the time Takeoff Wrestling. He cashed that belt in to become World Spotlight Champion. That's championship number 1. Late last year at Execution, unhooks the World Championship briefcase, steals the championship from Jimmy Sins. That's belt number 2. Alikku overcomes the odds just a couple months ago and takes the championship on an episode of MXW Unleashed to celebrate our 12-year anniversary. At that anniversary show, Jakob Sterry makes it number 3. This man has put himself in the record books as one of the most decorated wrestlers in our history. And he has done it all by stealing from his opponents. He has done it all by sneaking in at the most strategic moments. Jakob Sterry has had the moments where he's forced to prove himself in ring, but that's never how he gets his way to the top. Right now, he faces a man that just about a month ago he was able to defeat via the help of outside interference. If he can do it tonight, then Jakob Sterry might remove all doubts of his skill level. He might remove all doubts of all the things he's stolen and all the people he's cheated to get to where he is. And he might prove himself as a legitimate all-time great. But he's standing across from someone else who's waited far too long for this moment and has far too little time to waste. Steve versus Jakob Sterry. This is tonight's official main event, and this is for the World Championship. This is one of the most important matches of either man's career, and it starts right now.
And Jacob's
Dragon
trying to
sleeper
immediately
hold.
leave. Steve's got the Dragon Sleeper in. I mean, Nuck. You know how I get about Jakob Sterry, but I don't like his chances here tonight. I think, and this is a controversial opinion, but I think either man can win tonight. This might be one of the greatest matches we ever seen, as Jakob Sterry now trying to dive for the ropes, trying to escape, but Steve is not going to allow that as he waist locks. German suplex!
Jakob Sterry rolls through and lands on his feet from the German suplex. Looking to throw a clothesline. Steve throws down the ropes. He goes flying. Jakob Sterry trying to lie to the crowd, trying to boast, make it look like he's ahead, but he is not. Suicide forearm to the skull of Jakob Sterry, bashing that thick skull, knocking it into the barricade, and throwing Sterry across the ringside area. These two are going a million miles an hour.
That suicide forearm smash out from Steve, amazing, but now back suplex into the table. Steve is wasting no time. He knows how important this match is. He could win the World Championship. He could finally have the reign he wanted after winning it last year at Extreme KSA before it was grabbed out of his hands. He could get it right here, but no, he doesn't. Only a 1 count.
Jakob Sterry cannot give up the belt that soon. He cannot give up what he's held on to for almost concurrently since May, and what is certainly the best run of his career. He cannot give that up now as Steve throws strikes to the face, throwing a lariat. But Jakob Sterry resorting to the cheating that got him this far, poking Steve in the eyes. But Jakob,
small package!
Not able to put Steve away for the 3, not even able for the 2, but a basement dropkick. Jakob Sterry not letting Steve get a second to rest.
That low drop kick straight to the head while Steve was grounded, and now Steve at the ropes as Jakob Sterry now on offense. I mean, just choking him now at the bottom rope. Jakob Sterry, like we have said before, whether I like him or not, will stoop to no low. There is no low that Jakob Sterry will stoop to just to keep what is his, and that is the World's Championship.
I want to point out something very interesting here. The referee got up to 4 when Jakob Sterry was choking Steve out on the ropes. Normally, the referee would just count to 5, call disqualification. But I think the referee understands that the implications for this match tonight are a little too heavy to let Jakob Sterry get away that easy. I think the referee might be making sure we see a decisive finish in this match. I wouldn't want to see it any other way myself.
I absolutely agree. I think everybody here in Ontario would storm right out of the arena if we saw that match end like this. This is a big match with big implications. This is one of the most important matches, like you said, in this company's history. This is all or nothing for the Superman. This is all or nothing for the true ace of Minecraft wrestling. Which one of these two men will reign supreme? Which one of these two men will win? Which one of these two men will be the flag bearer of this company as Jakob Sterry just drags the head along the ropes to snake eyes?
Referee, again, this is something that you would think would get Jakob disqualified. I don't think the referee is interested in letting Jakob get himself disqualified, letting him walk away with the belt, and letting Steve's last chance ever at the gold getting wasted.
Referee's discretion is now Jakob Sterry still on offense. The Superman just getting the works to him.
Dragon screw sends Steve to the center of the ring, damaging that leg, the running leg that he uses for all that power to connect with his spear. Jakob Sterry is certainly intentional on what he's trying to prevent tonight.
And now just choking him at the buckle as Visconti counts to 4. And now just taking Sterry off, not even counting 5.
Zero interest from the referee to let Jakob Sterry play like that. Jakob hooking Steve's head, looking for a heat seeker to the outside, but Steve counters a back body drop that brings the Sinfluencer back into the ring.
And here we go. The Superman hook in the head. Lifting him up vertically. But no, Jakob with that knee to the head and now the leg kick.
Jakob fighting out of it. Steve down to a knee now. But still with the strength to slap Jakob Sterry with that open hand chop.
Lifting.
Lifting.
Oh, wait a minute. Brain buster. You can see Steve's leg buckle. The damage done to the leg by Jakob Sterry has gotten to Steve, but he still managed to connect that brain buster. He's on a cover 1-2 kick out from Sterry.
These two have thrown some heavy strikes in their quest to the World Championship. This match means too much to either competitor. As Jakob has the ref in the corner. Jakob, mule kick to Steve. Make or break. No, not like this. Not like this. The dream of Steve City could come to an end right now. Pinfall. 1, 2. Kick out from Steve. Kick out from the Superman. And he's still alive. He's still in this match.
Steve still alive after the make or break.
Jakob Sterry running out of options. Jakob continuing to kick out the leg of Steve, continuing to wear down those legs, trying to make sure that Steve can't even stand on his own 2 feet, let alone kick out of a pinfall.
Is now Sterry with that uppercut, trying to rock the big man down on the ropes, and as he does,
big boot from Jakob.
Steve on the outside. Heat sinker! That's become a signature move of his, and he just hit it. Will that be it? Still your champion. 1, 2. Steve gets the bottom rope. And now just Jakob on the ropes, grabbing onto them and just stomping the chest of the Superman.
Jakob trying to connect with another heat seeker, but Steve not letting it happen. He says, "Where do you think you're going?" But Jakob Sterry thinks he's going to the top, and Zagiri connects to Steve. Steve comes off the ropes, throwing it up, but Jakob Sterry ducks it again. Basement dropkick. Steve back up against the ropes one more time, bounces off again, German suplex.
Has him right in the middle, but Steve's on his feet! Steve is up! Elbow strike!
Running back elbow. Again and again from Steve.
Neck breaker!
Steve gets the momentum going. Slapping the ring mat, telling Steve City to come up. Sold out capacity crowd here at the Canadian Tire Center. Ottawa is now Steve City. Double leg takedown from Steve and a Superman swing.
Superman swing, and there goes Sterry round and round and round.
5, 6,
7.
No.
Oh, wait.
Steve only gets to 7 before his leg buckles and gives out. He can't hold on any longer.
The offense stoned to the leg. The limb targeting from Jakob Sterry is getting to the best of Steve at the best possible moments, and now clothesline over the top rope.
Steve onto the apron now, following Jakob Sterry to the outside. Jacob's grabbing at his belt. Where's Jakob think he's going?
He's gonna leave. He's gonna leave Ottawa, Ontario.
No, is he looking to leave or is he looking to smash Steve with that belt?
Doesn't matter. He got it.
Steve makes sure that Jakob doesn't get it. Tosses him straight over the barricade. Back to ringside. No time.
My God.
Wasted by the Superman. Not letting Jakob get an inch.
Now clubs to the back of the head, or to the chest, rather, excuse me. And now Steve just barrage a forearm club straight to the chest over and over again.
Steve now throwing Jakob off of that barricade area.
Oh!
Getting over it himself.
Another!
No! Basement dropkick by Sterry. Getting back into the ring. Referee's up to 5 now.
Jacob's gonna take the count out win!
Jakob looking to win this match any way he can.
Oh, wait,
Or
he
no,
broke the count.
where's he going? Flying headbutt! Steve runs out of the way, running through. Steve City Express smashes Jakob through the barricade!
Barricade!
Spear through the barricade! Well, running full circle around ringside. All the power in the world that sends this man through the barricade. Steve trying to get up to his own 2 feet. Referee once again at 5, but I don't think Steve is too interested in getting the count out. I think Steve wants to get Jakob Sterry for the 1, 2, 3 in the ring and win that championship.
He sure as hell does. As now Steve rolling Jakob Sterry into the ring at the corner. It might be time, Nook!
Once again, getting that momentum, telling Steve City to come up, because I think it's time. No, Jakob Sterry sidesteps the spear. No, the referee's down. The referee's down.
Visconti's out! Visconti just got speared out of his shoes!
Jakob runs over to grab the belt. Jakob grabs the belt. No, not like this.
Oh
2
my
months
God!
left, and it all goes to waste. Belt to the head. Clean slate. Jakob Sterry. Referee running down, a second ref.
Ref Steve! Steve's here! The ref Steve! And he's gonna count Steve's shoulders to the mat!
The same way that Jakob won the Extreme Chaos. Steve kicks out! Steve kicks out! Steve kicks out!
Steve kicked out at 2 from the belt and the clean slate! The Superman is still alive! He's still fighting! He's still kicking and he's still breathing despite it all! The dream of becoming the world champion again, still in the air!
Jakob Sterry is out. No! Flying headbutt!
It got him!
He had one more trick up his sleeve, and it might be enough. Oh my God!
Spear!
Spear from Steve, avoiding the clean
Leg
slate,
hook!
hooking the
One!
leg. 1, 2, Jakob kicks out.
Kicks out!
Short range spear damaged leg. Can't do as much damage as Steve must have hoped. Jacob's still in this. Steve's still in this. There is a world championship on the line. Jakob ducks the flashbang.
Lariat! Steve ducks! Backside roll.
Steve, backslide roll. And face to face with the Sinfluencer. Got him up on his shoulders now. Going for a Styles Clash. Tribute to his brother. Treetops. Knee bar from Jakob Sterry.
He's worked over the leg and now he's got that knee bar in. He's going to try to make the Superman tap.
Steve certainly does not want to give up his last shot at the championship. But I really just hope that he doesn't hold in this too long and pass out and lose this match. Inching towards the ropes.
He's crawling!
And you know, earlier in this match, we saw Visconti willing to get a little physical to make sure Jakob Sterry doesn't disqualify himself. If Steve even can reach the ropes, and Jakob Sterry doesn't let go for the 5, this referee might just count it. Jakob, gracious enough to let go himself.
Jakob is
I'm
completely
appalled.
beside himself. Oh,
Flashbang! Flashbang from Steve!
Jacob's down! He's knocked at the ropes! Jakob is slumped!
Bicycle knee in the corner, in the ropes. Snap half and half suplex. Jakob Sterry leaning against the other ropes. Spear! Steve!
It!
1, 2! Steve is your champion! Steve is your new champion! Steve City! Five minutes. 5 minutes. That is a number that hung over this man's head for the last year and a half. Ever since Extreme Chaos 8 ended with Taco holding that championship over Steve's head. Steve has lived in the shadow of those 5 minutes. I don't know if he ever thought that he would get back in this position. Steve promising to retire, not seeing much confidence in his future, but 2 months left in his career, and he's looking to ride out into the sunset. This is your new world champion. He is Steve.
He has finally redeemed himself! You can call him whatever you might want to, whether he's the problem then or the Superman now! He is forever known as the MWC World Heavyweight Champion! He is forever known as the man that dethroned Jakob Sterry here tonight! He will forever be known as one of the greatest of all time! He is the Superman! This is Steve!
There is no briefcase holder in waiting. The last briefcase was held by the man he just pinned in the middle of that ring. It's going to be 2 months before another person gets any briefcase, and at that point, Steve will be out of the door. Steve has the belt, and he's able to celebrate and have his moment. Congratulations to the Superman.
Everyone in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada is raising their Steve City flags, and it could not be a more beautiful moment, Nook.
We thank you for coming out tonight to Ottawa and for tuning in live on pay-per-view for Gates to Hell. I have been Nuck. This is Jonathan Colt, and this concludes the sanctioned MWC sponsored portion of our show. Everything else you see tonight is not a sponsor. It is not sanctioned. It is not officiated by the MWC. Anything you see, we bear no responsibility for. This is out of our discretion, and we have no association with the events you are about to see. Congratulations to Steve, and we're sorry for what you're about to see next.
Are you stupid? You know damn well that you do this for yourself.
Huh?
You're just making up excuses like you always do.
I do?
Pretending you're sacrificing yourself is just another cop-out. It makes you feel so special to play the martyr.
I'm not sure that's true.
You're feeling lonely and isolated, nothing more.
Am I?
You love having others depend upon you. It satisfies your twisted little mind.
That could be.
If you want real happiness, you've got to find it for yourself, not wait for someone to give it to you.
But isn't that what you've been doing?
Want the truth? fucking terrified right now.
Why?
Because I'm scared I'm gonna become him again.
I don't really think I could do that right now.
Come on, why not?
So right now, Faywind's Bilsoon's best friend, his teammate stepping up to take his place. Turntable.
A double underhook pile driver with the cover 1, 2, 3.
But here we go as light tubes surround the ring. This is gonna be a scary one full of blood and violence. I can't wait.
We're about to hit the limit.
Faywind, and it's over. This match is over.
It's over.
The end.
Faywind through a draw, able to basically a technicality retain his title, but they're not giving up.
Faywind, I'm giving you this match because you just, I could not beat you within that 10-minute time frame, so I'm giving you the chance to try to beat me here.
Dude, the title means more than anything to either one of these competitors. Is she gonna hit Faywind with the move that won her the Spotlight Heavyweight Championship? Moonsault press! Referee flies! 1, 2, 3! Hurts!
Alright, you know why I'm here. One more match. One more match against Avery.
If you want a match against Avery, how about you get one yourself?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Avery's childhood apartment.
I'm on the edge of my seat. I think somebody's gonna die tonight.
Oh my god!
What? Every time we're gonna lose Spotlight Champion!
If this, I cannot lose this. Because if this is how I feel with this title, I don't want to find out what happens to me if I lose it.
Dopple, you got this! Come on! Come on, cheat!
Fuck!
1, 2,
2, 3!
We have a new world champion!
What do you say, boss? What if you let me teach Faywind a lesson here? What if you finally give me a match?
And I'm literally writing the paperwork to make Jakob versus Faywind official literally right now.
You're fucking delusional, though, if you think that match is gonna go the way you think it is.
The same
What? Wait, what? What? Avery Burns!
Avery just took out the referee! I have been trying. I will fully give you that I have done some horrible shit in my life. I know. I will give you that. I am not denying it. But I am trying to change and you just won't fucking let me.
So, our match will be unsanctioned by the MWA at Gates to Hell.
For me, personally, I'm sorry, but I can't do that.
So you do not plan on signing that contract?
I do not plan on having that match.
Your family, a lot of the people that raised you, really seem to be quite accustomed to this place, wouldn't you say? You know, your son keeps thinking that everybody leaves him, that everybody hates him because he's just a simple little failure. But in the same thing, it's not his fault, right? It's not his fault that you're in here, that mom left, that his uncle didn't want to raise him, that nobody wants to be around him. Well, the hard fact of the matter is, all of these things are his fault. The choice is still up to you, Faywind. Sign the contract. Let's finally put an end to all of this. Or you can continue to wallow and act like you're still a good guy who's trying to change.
looking back at Retribution at the start of the year, when Faywind overcame Avery and became your World Spotlight Championship, those two left everything in the ring. Faywind hurt so bad mentally, it sent him on a downward spiral that culminated at Extreme Chaos. Avery hurt so bad physically that she spent nearly 6 months out of in-ring competition recovering from her injuries. I don't know what we're gonna see tonight, but I cannot even imagine the violence that we're about to see. I cannot imagine how bad these two want to hurt each other. This will certainly perhaps be the bloodiest match in our history. Avery Burns wearing an attire that she claims includes a piece from all of us, from everything we've went through together, but she is not mentally well. Nobody sees a piece from all of us. They see insanity from a woman who should not be stepping into this ring. They see a woman who needs some sort of serious psychiatric help. 7 days ago, Faywind was yet to sign the contract for this match that Avery had to draft herself because our general manager Boston refused to put his name on the dotted line. Faywind refused until Avery flew to Scotland on her own dime, visited Faywind's father in prison, and berated him about how terrible of a son that he supposedly raised, how terrible of a person Faywind is. That is just a signifier of the depravity of this woman, but that is exactly how she got this match.
I don't know what we're about to see, Nuck. I am scared.
Faywind with an old familiar attire, calling himself the Trailblazer. He's been in holding for a couple months trying to find himself, but the 404 looks like he might be correcting a little bit. No more running from his past. No more avoiding the confrontation of the woman who tried to ruin his life over the past 12 months. It's now or never. Faywind wearing that old logo that we have not seen in nearly a year. Wearing that old attire that helped him get his very first victories in Minecraft Wrestling. Before Fox, before the Lotus, before Avery, before the Spotlight Championship, before anything. It is so important for Faywind to be able to put this to rest tonight, to be able to move on from everything these two have done to each other. The last step in his healing process begins now, and if he loses, I don't think he'll ever be the Faywind we see right now ever again. The bell has rung, and a culmination of more anger than you have ever seen starts right now.
Oh, wait a minute!
Faywind bashing Avery with a pair of handcuffs.
And he wrapped one of them around his wrist!
These two, like they've said so many times, they're destined to do this forever. So we see those razor blades are put on those board shapes like a cross. The same cross that donned the Titantrons when Avery walked to the ring. Faywind trying to handcuff these two together, but he just eats those razor blades for his troubles. already busted open. We are 60 seconds into this match, and Faywind is getting sliced by those razor blades.
Faywind's head just getting scarred when the razor blades is now Avery delivers a backdrop driver straight onto his head. My God, this is... I don't know how this match is going to end. I don't know what's going to happen in this match, and that's why this match is absolutely scary, is now Avery has a light tube in hand and just smashing it over Faywind over and over.
Just, just throwing light tubes. No strategy. Any semblance of a plan that she had to hurt Faywind is already out the window. She is just throwing anything to do as much damage as she can.
And look at those shards of glass all over the canvas already. They are dirtying up the ring. It is already covered with blood, already covered with shards. I mean, oh, wait a minute. Oh my God!
The broken glass is already starting to cover the ring, and Faywind is already taking the brunt of it.
He is taking the absolute worst of it right now. And now he's just... What? Avery is licking off the blood of Faywind!
Avery, very happy to be doing this damage to Faywind, very happy to be busting him open, slicing his body, and covering him in blood. Faywind trying to get to his feet. Dazed early in a match when he really should not want to be. And a kick to the girl dick that knocks Avery down.
Shades of retribution! Kicked her in the girl cock.
You know, that's something that happened. I think we're going to see a lot of things, a lot of these people going back to a strategy that worked. A lot of the same shots, the dick kicks, the barbed wire, the broken glass. This is a lot of things that they put each other away with at Retribution. But I think the other competitor is prepared for all those shots and more.
Faywind using the barbed wire chair.
Throwing it out of the ring now.
Not the first time it's been used on this show already, and Faywind now looking to send Avery into the glass, but Avery stopping her. Oh my God, that was absolutely close, Nuck.
What does she have in her hand? Faywind running through, but he might not like what happens when Avery has the skewers.
Stepping aside, Faywind stops himself. Oh, the Mad Queen looking to stab him into the head of Faywind, and now Faywind just catching the hand.
Faywind fighting it. Really, really fighting it.
He is overpowering. Avery Burns cannot get those skewers into the head of Faywind. Oh no, biting!
Avery biting at Faywind. Like I said, any strategy is out of the window. She cannot just rely on the skewers and promising herself that she's going to use them exactly as intended. Faywind is ready for anything, and Avery's really got to think outside of the box. No pun intended with that box of light tubes right there.
My God, headbutt by the Mad Queen Avery Burns is now she just... Oh, what? Oh my God.
Hey, watch this. What is she doing? Skewers through the cheeks of Faywind, sticking those sharp pieces of wood through Faywind's mouth.
Oh my, look at her! Look at her!
Jamming it into his face over and over and over and over. This is...
Oh my God. What?
And pushing the skewers all the way through Faywind's cheek, piercing the skin fully. And now that treasure chest, as you will, that box of weapons that was paraded out here before the match. Everything you see in this ring has been supplied for by Faywinds or by Avery Burns.
God!
Now a staple gun to the opposite cheek skewers through one side of his mouth, staples through the other.
Oh my God, Avery Burns!
Faywind being given scars that he's going to wear on his face to remember the worst day of his life for the rest of time. And now
Oh my
stapling
God!
his fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Avery Burns, the most sadistic woman to ever step foot in Minecraft wrestling. There will never be another Avery Burns, Nuck. There will never be another Mad Queen.
Faywind's hands are bloodied. Those were 6 staples through 6 fingers. He has 4 good fingers left. That is not enough to honestly grip anything. That is not enough to give any sort of strength to any strike or any hold that he has to lock in throughout this match. That sets him back quite a bit. And the staples to the back, Avery licking up the blood and spitting it in Faywind's face. None of this is doing him any favors.
Absolutely not. But now Avery Burns gonna go back to that treasure chest, just looking at it with the sickest intents of one individual.
So you watch her dig through that chest. What
That's a
does he
cinder
have
block!
now? Of course it is. Holding up a full weight cinder block. I know how those cinder blocks feel. I have been in matches where I've been crushed by those cinder blocks. It is one of the worst feelings that you could possibly experience, to have your head be driven through something so hard with so much force that you break through concrete. It is an awful feeling, and Faywind might be about to be next up to experience it.
I mean, these two have already experienced what the pain of a cinder block is like. We saw it all the way back at the start of the year at Retribution. That cinder block came in hand with Faywind taking the Spotlight Championship off of Avery Burns and just driving her to the brink of madness. As now, final duet! Faywind!
Sunset flip. Lands Avery. Avery falls onto the glass.
Pump kick!
Avery Burns laid out onto all that broken glass that covers the ring. Now Faywind the one to drag her over to that cinder block.
Oh my
Holding
God.
Avery's head. Oh my God. The same way that I was concussed and put into a wheelchair by Taco 2 years ago at Extreme Chaos. This is the worst move you could possibly take. This ended my career. I cannot overstate how bad this would be.
Oh my
Double
God!
foot stomp onto the center block. Avery covered in blood, smashed into concrete. This is deadly. I cannot stress enough. 1, 2, and Avery. I cannot believe this.
I don't know what I am seeing, Nuck. That diving cinder block onto that diving foot stomp, onto that cinder block. Avery Burns, the blood just flying out of her head immediately off impact and just being able to kick out at 2. That is, I don't know how to bring it to words, Nuck. It is not easy to describe a match of this caliber.
Faywind picking up Avery, holding her over that broken glass. Or no, Alabama slam onto the light tube box. Smashing Avery through all those light tubes. That's got to be 100 light tubes piled up in that box.
The broken glass and the dust coming out of those light tubes in the face of Avery Burns. Her vision has got to be clouded. And now, speaking of clouded, now just scraping the face through the glass. Faywind is just tearing her up the same way Avery was tearing him up at the start of this match with that razor board crossed in the corner.
Faywind's looking to boot Avery. Is Avery passes Faywind over to the apron. What is she going for now?
Oh God.
I think I can make a guess. Faywind's lined up in a not very good predicament. Springboard up to the turnbuckle.
Oh my God!
Hurricane Rana.
Wait,
No,
no!
Faywind. No, no, my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Faywind holding Avery up over all that glass. If Avery fighting for her life to elbow out of this.
And now they're teetering on the edge of the apron. That glass pane setup again to their match at Retribution in the start of the year. This is familiar territory. Dick kick.
Throwing one all the way back to Faywind. Revenge for earlier in this match. These two are fighting life or death over all those panes of glass. Avery hooking the head.
Oh God.
Avery. DDT!
Oh my God!
Shattering the glass!
Through the glass!
Faywind face first, and Avery might have been the one to hit the move, but she just went back first through all those panes of glass, and we see them both bloodier and bloodier as the match progresses.
That DDT off the apron through the glass panes being held up by the steel chairs, and both competitors are down and out. And thank God Visconti's got gloves on. He's surrounded by a bunch of broken glass.
Avery trying to get to her feet, trying desperately. Now throwing Faywind back into the ring. This has been one of the most violent matches we have ever seen. And
One of the most uncomfortable.
Is that?
What? What?
Knives. That is a board of knives. That is 10 knives held face up, blade up on that board, that wooden board.
What the hell?
Avery looking to kill Faywind. I have no other explanation. Avery wants Faywind 6 feet in the dirt.
Oh
Reverse
my God.
DDT. Looking to send his skull, looking to send the back of his head into those knives. And Faywind fighting once again for his life to get out of this. Fighting for his life to survive the board of knives.
You know, Avery.
Oh
my
suplex
God!
onto the knife board. Onto the knife.
Oh my God! Avery getting stabbed in the back with those knives!
Avery gushing blood now. If she was bloody now, if she was bloody before, then it's much worse now. Faywind going for a pin. What in the hell did I just see? How? Oh my God, how?
She didn't just kick out Nook. She kicked the fuck out! Look at the blood. Nook, look at the blood in that ring.
The canvas has been painted in broken glass and blood. This is Avery and Faywind's art displayed to the world. Death and ultra violence. And Faywind's grabbing something familiar. The chain that won him the television championship. The chain that won him the Spotlight Championship. The chain that helped him in so many defenses. That helped him get exactly to where he is today. We have not seen it in weeks. We have not seen it in months. We have seen a new Faywind. But I think this might be another sign that Faywind is starting to lose his grip just a little bit. Wrapping the chain around Avery's neck, holding it like a collar, choking her out with the chain. And throwing Avery over the ropes, choking her. Do you remember over a year ago on Takeoff Saturday Slam exactly how Faywind got his shot at the television championship to win his first piece of gold? Do you remember earlier this year when Faywind fought his former leader, Fox, in a steel cage for that World Spotlight Championship? Faywind is slipping back, and I don't think he likes it any more than you and I do. But it has to be done to defeat Avery and move on from this for good. Avery trying her best to stop being choked out right now with this chain.
Avery being choked out with that chain the same way Dilsoon got choked out with that chain, the same way Fox got choked out with that chain, but unlike them, Avery Burns took that chain off, and she is going to fight back no matter what. As now Faywind is looking to grab onto Avery, but Avery with another dick kick.
These two are wrestling dirty. The third dick kick of the match, and Avery pulling Faywind out. Them standing once again over the tables. Another one. The third from Avery to Faywind, to be exact.
The fourth overall is now Faywind. He's stunned. He is slumped near those ropes, and now Avery Burns has another light tube box. Oh my god.
Earlier tonight before this show, Faywind was brought to the ring and allowed to store the ringside area with as many weapons as he wished. Afterwards, to keep them separated, Avery was allowed to do the same individually. Everything you see in this match, these light tube boxes, these tables, these knife boards, are assembled by these two in the weeks prior to this match to kill one another. Teardrop, brainbuster, through the tables, light tubes on the head. Faywind has been killed.
That may be it, Nook! If Avery can get Faywind back in the ring and hook the leg, Avery can walk out of here the winner of this match. She can walk away from this match knowing that she had finally put away Faywind. She had finally closed his chapter, that she has finally put away the man that has been haunting her, that had drove her to the brink of madness, that had drove her to insanity, that had drove her to the way that she is now. Avery, if she can get him in the ring and hook the leg, Avery can win and finally move on.
Avery.
You hear the chants, Nook? Faywind's dead!
There are 18,000 people in the crowd right now. You can't see them because the lights are out. It is dark in here. You can just see the ring. And Faywind has just kicked out. My heart dropped, and somehow he survived. Oh my god. Avery asking, why are you still alive? If her intentions weren't revealed sooner, it's very clear now why she's here and what her goal is. I hate you, she says, grabbing Faywind's face, looking him in the eyes and telling him, I hate you, just die. Faywind is trying to defend himself. He's trying to throw elbows. He's trying to throw strikes, but he just has nothing left. This is just sad. These two are throwing fists at each other with everything they have left, which after everything they've been through over the last 20 minutes is just not much. Both competitors
Avery.
now up to their feet. Avery telling Faywind, come on, kill me. Inviting Faywind to drive the stake through her heart, but Faywind just doesn't have the strength, and neither does Avery. They have just been through too much to be able to go full force. These two are dying in front of our very eyes. These two are losing it. There is not any strength left in these two.
They're going back and forth, but these strikes that they're delivering to one another, they're weak, they're ineffective, they're not working. For the past 20 minutes now, these two have been scratched up. They have been bleeding out of every single slice, out of every single scratch that they have dealt to each other. They are bleeding out in front of our very eyes, and just like you said, they are dying right in front of us. This match will either end with one of them dying or both of them dying. There is no in between. Burning Fist!
Avery took Faywind out with a burning fist, but he's still stumbling. Avery leaning into the glass. She's got to get away from there. That might be a mistake to get a little too close for comfort to that glass. But I don't know if Faywind even knows where he is. Final duet, she's trying to connect. Got Faywind on her shoulders. But he
belly to back.
Somehow, oh my god, Faywind slips out of it.
Wait,
Faywind
carry!
404 driver to the glass!
Oh my god!
They just slammed through the glass. Faywind to his knees. Avery out cold. Is this finally how it ends? Avery trying to get up. Faywind can't even get to his own 2 feet. Faywind barely has the strength to get a pinfall.
Avery
just impaled herself on the glass. Avery trying hard to stand up, and all she ate was glass panes through the stomach. Faywind grabbing Avery. Avery accepting her fate. Is this what you wanted? Is it what I wanted? Avery fighting up to her own 2 feet once again. Faywind says he's sorry for the first time between these two, before following through with psychosis. The pinfall.
1, 2, 3.
The atmosphere here in this arena is less like a victory. It is less like a celebration. It feels like a funeral right now in the Canadian Airlines Center. Avery has put Faywind down for good, but it doesn't feel satisfying. It feels like things have gone too far. It feels uncomfortable.
Damn near 25 minutes, Knock. For damn near 25 minutes, these two attempted to kill each other. And the one who stood tall in the end, the one who killed the other one, the trailblazer, the lowest of the low, Faywind.
The crowd here is speechless. people chanting for Faywind, a few of them. And a lot of people not even sure if this deserves any sort of congratulations. Avery burns, damn near dead in the center of the ring. Faywind got the victory, but you really have to ask, at what cost? Was it worth it? Was any of this worth it? He's gonna have to walk backstage, look himself in the mirror, and answer that question. We thank you for coming out tonight. We thank you for watching Gates to Hell. We'll see you next week. I don't know if Avery's gonna be there. I don't know if Faywind's gonna be there, but we'll see you next week. Thank you all and good night.